So, Image Comics is forming a union, not the comic book industry, just Image Comics. Though they're calling the group Comic Book Workers United, I think that this means if DC Comics and Marvel staffers wanted to join this, they probably could if they voted on it and merged with this group. I want to point out this is apparently only for staffers and editors and people that work in the actual company, not the freelancers or the artists, at least from what I understand. They're not in it. It's mostly just the staff. And here's what I find really funny about this. Okay. I want to give you the list of demands they have. They have 7 of them. Okay. Here's the problem with it. 7, a long-term actionable plan to address the overall lack of diversity in both general staff and management. The authors, artists, and readers who bring comics to life have never been homogenous, and the stories we publish can only be improved by staffing our organization in a way that more accurately reflects the demographics of our creators, our readership, and the nation as a whole. Renewed commitment to company values through the addition of a collective voting option to immediately cancel publication of any title whose creators have been found to have engaged in abuse, sexual assault, racism, xenophobia, phobia, istophobe, ableism, until such time as said creators have engaged in meaningful reparations towards affected persons. So you have to remember, the comic book industry is great. I've done so many videos on the comic book industry. Okay. TLDR, comic book pros, some of the nastiest, worst people I've ever encountered on the internet. They're terrible. They're extremely far left. Extremely far left. Okay, I'm not talking center left people. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm talking about the far left people. That's what you need to be in comics. Now, you can be a conservative in comics, but you have to keep your head down and be quiet. You're not allowed to voice those opinions. But if you're on the far left, you can voice those opinions all day, tell customers to go F themselves, give them the finger, block them, tell them not to read your books, all that stuff. I mean, they literally say it all the time.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
That's Kelly Sue DeConnick, creator of modern Captain Marvel. Not the character, but she revamped Carol Danvers as you know her today. It's an old clip, but it works for this video. I got nothing against wanting better conditions for workers and better pay. You can actually get it to work out in your favor, but the comic book industry is not healthy. And the worst one here is number 7. This basically gives them the ability to cancel whatever they want. It's stated right there. These things that they're saying right here sound nice and all, but what kind of world do we live in? We live in a world where Chris Pratt is a hardcore istophobe, according to these people. Gina Carano, all these people, just saying, I voted for Trump can get you kicked out of the industry. That's happened many times. Several creators that are conservative have been kicked out. Okay. So it's worrying there. So basically, remember they were going after Frank Miller for a comic that he made like 16 years ago or however long it was. They were going after him, calling him an istophobe, saying he has Islamophobia and shit. So if Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, wanted to have Frank Miller do some artwork for him in a Spawn book, this little panel of management could essentially say no and veto it completely. That's madness. You're basically now giving all of the power to the editors and the management. All of the people that have really worked to drive this industry into the ground will get even more power. This is already a bottom-up industry of people that are talentless and have no talent or skill. They have all the power and basically can checkmate people that are actually talented into their place. That's essentially what that will do. Now, I don't know if this is passed yet or if this is actually going right now. Image did put out a statement saying Image has always believed in the fair and equitable treatment of staff and has always strived to support employees to the best of our company's ability with regard to their employment. I don't know if that means they're recognizing the union or not. I don't know. Like, this is uncharted territory. As far as I know, anyone can form a union if it's voted in or whatever. I don't know. Image Comics was probably one of the, to be honest, the better off companies because people still actually read creator-made stuff. So I don't know what this is going to do now. Basically, if you're telling a story that they don't like, let's say you want to tell a story about like something that has politics that this little group of people don't like, they can essentially veto it out now. They have full power. That's not right. But of course, they're going to put that in there. And this is coming at the worst time ever. I just grabbed a random chart. This is from April 2020 when I cover these every month. They're always consistently manga. There's a reason for that. Because they don't have to deal with this kind of bullshit over in Japan. They don't have to deal with it. And you're seeing the repercussions of this everywhere. This is from Perch Comics on Twitter. He posted it. Pretty good comic channel, actually. He's got stuff from when he went to Barnes & Nobles. Said they have now 22 shelves. Look at this. I haven't been there in a while. I should go film it again. Maybe I'll try and do that this week. But look at all this manga they have. Look at that area. They even had to roll a little cart out there in the middle. Okay? They even have little stands there with popular stuff. I mean, it's blowing up. The comic book industry is handing all of the market to Japan because of all this nonsense going on, all these politics. Look at all of this manga. There's Devilman. Look at that beautiful deluxe Berserks. I have all of them. Fantastic books. I love the big like deluxe books that they make. That's one thing that Dark Horse does really well, are these deluxe books. I love them. You see Hellsing right there. It's another good one. But look at all this. You know, they just have these carts everywhere because it overflows. It overflows, and there's demand for it. People want it. And then you go over to the graphic novels. Okay, here they are, right? U.S. graphic novels have gone from 3 to 4. So that increased one shelf. But look at, this is all they get compared to all that manga. There's a reason for that. And that's because constantly, top 20 adult graphic novels, all manga. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Especially when Marvel, look at the shit Marvel's doing right here. This was news from a couple of days ago. Iron Fist got race swapped. It used to be Danny Rand. Now it's this guy. No idea who he is, but because he's a martial artist, he can only be Asian now. You want to talk about stereotypes? That's one right there. I would assume anybody's capable of being a martial artist, but not in modern day comics. So they change him out and give it to Alyssa Wong, right? She's writing him now. Look at the kind of shit that she said. Okay. You can read it right there. She said some horrible stuff. And I might be wrong on this, but I believe she also went after C.B. Cebulski one time because of the Akira Yoshida stuff. And then she deleted all that stuff as well. And then he hired her. C.B. Cebulski is a terrible leader. They were also posting this one. I don't know if this is true or not. There is some evidence that it was at the time, like this deleted tweet, and there's replies to it, I think. But it's not archived. I can't say substantially if that's real or not, to be honest. I think it is, but I can't say 100%. This is real, though. This is real. So that's the kind of person that can now essentially vote down anything she wants at Image Comics. And you're going to tell me now that this is going to change these charts that are always manga? No. In fact, it'll probably get worse now. It'll probably get worse now. So basically, if you work in Image Comics, or if you have books at Image Comics, I would probably shut my social media down and keep my head to the stone. Honestly, you'd be better off doing your own creator-owned stuff through crowdfunding. Get out of Image. This is terrible. This is terrible news for the comic book industry, for sure. Manga gonna keep getting bigger shelves at Barnes and Nobles, I guess. Like, this is all the American comic books get. They get 4 shelves. 4. It's pathetic. Pathetic. So, there you go. That's how I'll end the video. Congratulations, Image Comics. You've created a monster. Let it all burn, I guess. Let it all burn. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out.